Hey guys, me again. Second part to video I've released this morning, 18th of February. It's 10:30 and just over an hour since I made the last video. And I've had another follower look over the video and my comments made about the family law inquiry and asked for my assistance watching over cases in the family courts, if I've got some time to spare and stuff like that. Now, I've been told I've got to be careful about this because they're going to use section 121 or whatever the fuck the family court is using to scare you all into not discussing cases. Let's have a talk about let's think about your situation currently, where you're at seeing your children and your family court situation. Now, this is a message from me to you. You do whatever you want with it, right? I'm not going to legally tell you what to do or whatever. I'm not a lawyer. I'm just a guy. I'm a father that's been alienated from his kids and had money extorted from me and fucked over by the system, basically. But section 121 is apparently about the part where you're not allowed to discuss your case to the media or publicly or any social media or whatever. You're not allowed to expose anything. Now, personally, I've lost everything as far as I'm concerned. I am the victim in all of this, and so are my children. And I'm doing this for my children. It's far too late for anything to be fixed as far as I'm concerned. The family courts had their time to do what was right in my case. They had their time for all their agencies and all the federal ministers that I've contacted via email through 2018. 2016 as well. You guys have had your chance. You've had your chance to do what was right by my children, and telling me that I can't fucking talk publicly about my case and about my experience in the family court. Fuck you, motherfuckers. What are you going to do? If we all stand up and go and start telling our stories out in the public, to the media, to everyone, if we all showed our documents virally by whatever means possible, what the fuck are you going to do to us? There is more of us than jail cells that you've got in this country. You're already killing off 21 fathers a week, plus that number has doubled. Right, I'm using a statistic that was, a few years old, and the slogan for the Better Families Party. 21 fathers a week are taking their lives due to custody issues and child support issues. What the fuck are you going to do to me and everybody else if we all stand up and start exposing the family court for what it is? The multi-blood money cartel. My message to you, ladies and gentlemen out there that are going through the family courts and you're being alienated from your children, is you grow a pair of kahunas and you start exposing these fucking motherfuckers for who they are. What are they going to do to us all? 121, whoop-de-fucking-do. You've lost your kids. Can you go back in time and make these memories and watch their first teeth cut? Can you watch their first teeth fall out? Can you watch their first steps? Can you take them to kindergarten on their first day? No, you can't. You can't go back to any of that. Can you go back and kiss their knee because they fell over and scraped it for the first time? Can you take them to high school? Can you go to their high school reunion? Can you, what the fuck is it you're afraid of? Grow a pair, stand up, start exposing the family court for what it is. Start telling your stories about your child support woes. What are they going to do to you? You want to arrest me? You want to throw me in jail for telling everyone what you've done to me and my children? You go right a fucking head. because I'm already living in hell. I'm already a prisoner. You know, you're extorting cash straight out of my wages before it hits my bank account to pay a criminal that's psychologically abusing my children, and now my children are coming back abusing me for a system you fucking created? You think I'm angry? I'm beyond fucking angry, ladies and gentlemen. Because this is genocide. This is a multi-billion-dollar blood industry cartel. And we are all collateral damage being rolled over and steamrolled and pressed and swept under the carpet like dirty little secrets, because they don't want the population to know that the federal government has allowed this to continue. The manslaughter by proxy, the extortion of cash, the child abuse, the mental illness that is now coming out in children in the schools. That they're going off and bullying, that they've got problems, that they're committing suicide, that they're taking their lives. No, let's blame it on social media. Let's not blame it on the system that's created all these issues, that they're going to school and being bullied because mum and dad have split up and they're going through a hard time. That they don't see one parent over the other. In America, the statistic is 9 out of 10 massacres that happen with guns come from a fatherless home. And we wonder why here in Australia that we now have an issue. Because the likes of Megan Mitchell refuse to admit that parental alienation is an issue and refuse to agree that 50-50 custody is the better way for the children. Let's abolish your child support industry for a start and see how many of these fucking mothers and fathers that run off with these kids and then alienate the other parent, how fast they're willing to do this thing to the other parent. Because if there was none of this as a reward for the child abuse that they're submitting on their children and, the criminal behaviour behind it, and yes, it is criminal because it's child abuse, let's see how fast that, these other parents are ready to do it when there's no financial reward behind it. Because, a few $1,000s over the course of a child's lifetime till they turn 18 and leave the child support of Australia's system is creating a whole lifetime of damage psychologically for the children and creating the next generation to continue this multi-million-dollar blood money industry. Stand the fuck up, start telling your stories, and stop fucking hiding behind the skirt because they're threatening you with Section 121. Whoop-de-fucking-do. These judges and their courts aren't even legal if you go back to the 1901 Commonwealth Constitution. A court here in Australia must have a judge and a panel of no less than 12 of the person's peers to be able to make a judgment. I've never walked into the family court or the magistrates court of Perth, Western Australia, where I had a panel of people, assisting making a decision. It was a judge not fit for a purpose. She threw orders and the orders were breached. She ignored the subpoenaed evidence that she subpoenaed against myself and 2 other people in my experience. Why are you so scared, everyone? Why are you so scared to stand up and tell your stories? You're not seeing your kids. You're not going to see your kids in a hurry. This family law inquiry is a debacle. They're already saying if you start naming people, they're going to keep it confidential. No one's hearing your side. I haven't heard your side. I haven't seen anything of your side. How many months do you think this law inquiry is going to take? Could be years. How many grandkids are you going to have by the time they fix this shit? I've got 2. Stand up, stop hiding behind Section 121 and stop being afraid. Because you got nothing left to lose. That's my advice to you. Do what you want with it.